what is the number one reason why tummy time is so important? It's not for head strength, neck strength, pelvis, all this. It's to open up your child's facial bones. Most people don't realize it, and this is more anatomy things or structure of movement, but your child will develop all their milestones before the skull fuses. This is really important, right? And this is why a lot of kids that are older have problems with development and going into certain movements is because the skull's already fused. That's why the complications of plagiocephaly, flat head, because you're now shifting cranial plates and they're moving into position before they're meant to, right? Now you can see my little guy here, right? The little blue, if it shows up on camera. Most people look at the front and back soft spots, posterior, anterior soft spot. But as you can see, all the sutures are open. Now, you'll be told by your doctors that that's meant to get the child out of the vaginal canal for delivery. However, the skull doesn't suddenly fuse right after delivery. It starts fusing around 9 months, and to 18 months it should complete the process, right? And this is where your child is walking and going into structured sentences like up and down, like a 3-word. So what is the most important thing of tummy time is this little bone here called your nasal septum. It's the only straight line in the human body. You can see this a little bit better in my big guy here. Again, this is an adult skull, right? But that nasal septum is what's needed for tummy time to open up the face. This is speech, this is feeding, this is riding a bicycle, this bone here, right? And so I'm gonna get down the table, but I'm gonna show you just briefly. A true tummy time, the head should go like this. And this movement of around gravity, atmospheric pressure, opens up all your facial bones. The skeletal system doesn't move in the womb, right? The first real movements come when your child hits gravity. They have gravity from the day they're born until the day we die, we have gravity. It's the only non-optional force that we have. Now, moving in and around gravity, that is development. We need to oppose gravity to walk, and that is development. A lot of people think it's all based in the brain, but it's the movement of this kind of organization. It doesn't matter if you're a plant or a tree or the human body. This is how all biological formations of movement are structured around gravity. So when you get into tummy time, most people think it's just placing the baby on the ground, right? But what it should be is you should see your child in the beginning just sort of go in and out of sleeping. A real slow movement that they will do. And what that's doing is that's opening up all the cranial bones. Now, a wrong way of doing this, you'll see what I call a top heavy, more like a windshield wiper. My face is stuck, and I'm doing this. I get way too many texts and emails. My baby hates tummy time. Your baby can't do tummy time. And worse is you're seeing, oh, if they just get a stronger neck. I'll tell you this right now, guys. Adults can lift their necks. Babies cannot. They go down to their pelvis, and that brings the head up. The pelvis brings that up. You will not, if you see a baby lifting your head, you should be calling me because your baby is already going into developmental deviations. It's not optimal. Another thing is you should not see is the butt up, the struggling of that, right? Because again, if my butt's up, where's my head gonna go? My pelvis needs to come down. That's why at 4.5 months, you'll see this airplane. But this airplane is available for rolling over and all those kind of moves. That they're not just stuck like this. My baby can't roll over, but they can do, yeah, no, we got a problem. So, when they're here and they're just, you think they're sleeping, supervised sleeping and tummy time, but that's why babies are meant to sleep and play in their tummies. They're here, they're moving, their eyes are starting to move, but this is also why babies really don't have purposeful vision their first 3 weeks. Because why? The muscles will change the way, of the eye muscles will change the way that the facial bones open up, especially if you have a lazy eye. So again, when people go, oh, but that's normal for all babies. No, it's not. Yes, when they get tired, and I'll go in once in a blue moon in the beginning, but they shouldn't have waking up where they've got a full-on strabismus, the eyes turning in. So they're just here and they're just going, and this is what opens up the face, and this is what starts a pre-crawl, right? All these movements are happening right now. I cannot begin to tell you that the first 3 weeks of movement is your life. It's the foundations. It's everything that needs to happen. And we need to understand this. What don't you do? Oh my God. This is the worst thing. Now the big thing is, sorry, you're propping these babies on their elbows. What am I going to do with this? Now I get this. Oh, we're looking for the head to get stronger. Well, keep looking, guys, because it's not going to happen. And guess what? If you think I'm going to roll over when I'm in this position, it's not going to happen, right? Propping with a towel or so forth. The only time I suggest that is, again, things like arthrogryposis or something like that, or where the proportions of the arms are shorter. The arms, the human proportion should go right to the hips. You know, you will see kiddos that have shorter arms. Then you might want to do a prop to make up the difference, sort of like using a yoga block or something like that, when you just don't have the proportions to do the certain moves. But other than that, no, put away the boppy and all those kind of things. And if you're saying that your baby can't go on a blanket on the floor or next to you on the couch or something, again, you should be calling. We need to find out what happened. Was it hospitalization stuff? Was it birth trauma? Was it prematurity? Don't age adjust. We want the movements to happen. And so that's what you're looking for tummy time and for movement. So again, I'm just going to be right here. Sorry, I broke my jaw. But a baby's head should look like this in tummy time. And that's what it should look like. Again, heavy head, what are complications you'll start to see later on in rolling over. This is where they can get out of tummy time easy, because they use the heaviness of the head and then they fall, right? That's a fall, it's not rolling over. When I'm here and I can do these kind of movements, now I can see something, I roll over, and I can come back. That's rolling over, right? My spine activates, I have eye-spine coordination, and I can do this. But when I have this, my head's too low to the ground, and I'm doing this, oh, their arm is stuck. Yeah, it's stuck, all right. So, because they didn't do tummy time correctly, and now you're trying to get into the next layer of development, and they're not going anywhere. So these are the things that you look for in your childhood tummy time. When you know development, then you have optimal development. If you don't know development, then your baby is going to dictate their life. We don't let our children dictate their lives. They can get in trouble, and it starts from the ground running with a baby. We want time-dictated development the way it's meant to happen, but when your child doesn't have the movements necessary to go into development, because development is movement. Movement comes first, and that's why it's called movement lesson, because they're learning how to move. Thanks.